Joel, good evening. How are
Good
you?
evening. Very good. And yourself?
Good. It's good to see you. You're behind the famous knife or in front of the famous knife wall at Williams Food Equipment, which always attracts my husband for a reason when we're in the store. I don't know if that's an indicator of anything,
That
but
he has good taste.
he has good taste. And he does carve the turkey and the beef when we have something like that. So, Joel, I like to call you the food extraordinaire or the foodie extraordinaire at Williams Food Equipment. Maybe you can tell our guests tonight what exactly your role is at Williams Food Equipment.
So here at Williams, I help to take care of uh, our retail customer service team, as well as help our customers as much as I can here on the floor, and to answer questions. We have a whole bunch of people here that are very, very knowledgeable, and our goal is to serve as much as we can and to help educate our customers as much as we can.
Wonderful, Joel. I know when I've come in looking for gifts for Christmas or for things for our own kitchen, you're always extremely knowledgeable. I'm going to go up on a little bit of a rant, not a rant, but I guess education. And I want these couples to know what the power of their dollar is. And I know, amongst young people, there's a real movement to support local. And when we think local, we think of local wineries, we think of local um, craft beer makers, we think of the local person opening a shop and manufacturing and designing their own t-shirts and clothes. But Williams Food Equipment is local. You've been in business for over 50 years now, is that correct?
That's
Um,
correct.
and you are a Canada-wide company now. So I want to emphasize to couples tonight that you have been forced to shop local for a few things that engaged couples haven't had to shop local for in many years. The first thing is your wedding gown brides. Wedding gown shops in Windsor have thrived because of you. The border has closed, and I can't tell you how much better you have made their and their employees' lives over this year because you have shopped local. Um, Gift registry has changed a little bit over the last few years. Some of us may have seen or gotten invitations where brides are asking us to go to their Amazon gift registry. And this is where my rant is. Brides, shop local for your gift registry. Your gift registry is a powerful tool, and a large amount of money is spent on your gift registry. And if that can be local, I cannot tell you the effect that has on a shop like Williams Food Equipment, or even Hudson Bay, which is a Canadian institution employing people right here in Windsor. But Joel and Williams Food Equipment and the Williams family is grassroots local, as grassroots as you can get. So please, when you're registering, please consider that local is just as important for your gift registry. So that's the end of my rant. Joel, maybe you can tell us why it's so important to register local and what the difference would be versus registering online for a large corporate company that you won't get the personal service you'll get at Williams.
That's exactly the word, is service, because we're here for each and every single one of our customers, and we want to make it an experience. Now, we want to hear about who the customer is. We want to hear about what you want to do in the kitchen to be able to customize our suggestions, not just saying, here's this item, it's $3.99. No, I want to know what you're going to do. If you're looking at a mixer, what are you going to bake? How do you want to use it? And then I can find the right mixer for you, and the one that'll fit your lifestyle. You'll notice right behind us here, there's not just one knife in the cabinet, but there's the right knife for each person. And there's not just the perfect knife, but I want to make sure that we customize every suggestion to the individual.
Because people's cooking skills vary greatly, I would think. Joe, would you say there's a knife for every person? There's a lot of engaged couples
Mhm.
that are getting married and they've really never cooked a meal before, or not very many meals. Mom and dad have taken care of a lot of things for them. And then there's other couples who maybe have lived together and they have a set of knives that they've used, but they're ready to upscale a little bit with their gift
Yeah.
registry. So I can see where that would vary greatly.
Yeah. And your guests, they want to get you the forever tools.
A wedding gift registry is a very important step in the wedding planning process, as many of the items you receive when you get married are items that you will use forever. I
Mhm.
still pull out things in my kitchen and say, Aunt Shirley got us this at my shower. So I can attest to that. Although I do think couples should have gift registries every 25 years or so. So with that being said, Joel, when you're going to be pulling these items out when you're cooking and entertaining, can you talk a little bit about what the Williams food equipment wedding gift registry process is like? What can you walk us through those steps?
So there's one option of registering on the website where if you're just looking for um, your basics, go ahead. You can start your registry online. If you need some more guidance, you need to touch and feel and stuff like that, when we can be open, just come on in and we'll help you out. I don't want to be um, the one hounding with a clipboard and saying, but we let you loose with a scanner and you choose. And then we help to guide when guidance is necessary. We might offer also a cappuccino and an espresso while you're walking around when things are permitted, but come and enjoy the experience. And we try and make it as uh, difficulty free as possible.
I love the scanner idea. That's what awesome. So, Joe, when you said that they can register online, I want to make a note to all couples that when we send you the contact information after this workshop, there will be a link that will bring couples right to your online registry, which is quite an easy process as well. There's also going to be linked to a video that Joel teaches you how to slice and dice an onion too, as well as their food blog with lots of recipes. So you'll get lots of information in that contact information I'm going to send you tonight. How far in advance should couples begin this process? When should a gift registry be started, Joel?
I would make sure that all of the registry information is available to go out with the invitations, because you have different types of guests that are coming. Some just want to jump in and be the first one to tackle that registry. Others are going to be coming in the day of the shower. So make sure that that information is out as soon as possible with the invitation.
Let's talk about your online store, which has a very huge presence. And you were way ahead of this curve, Joel. Your online
Yeah,
store has been active, I want to say, for a good 7 years or so.
I've lost track.
Okay, I know it's been a long time because I get your daily emails, which I love. How does this help couples who are living out of town but marrying in Windsor, or guests from out of town who want to purchase a gift and send it to a couple in Windsor?
Well, it's perfect for the out of town guests, because then they don't have to either try and figure out a way how to lug a product on a plane or train, or try and drive it over. They don't have to worry about shopping at the last minute before the wedding itself. They can just order it, have it shipped directly to the bride or groom's home.
Okay. I want to just give a quick reminder. I see people coming in with their Galaxy phone or Lorraine's phone. If your first and last name isn't named as your participant, you won't be on the wheel at the end for the prize. Um, Joel, let's talk about 5 items that every couple should have on that registration list. The must-haves for newly married couples.
I would say the most important thing, number one on that list, would be your forever cookware. A lot of people are looking at cookware. They've been to college. They have that set of cookware that they went to college with. It's time to upgrade, because grandma's probably already decided that she's getting you your cookware set, because she probably got the set. She probably got a cookware set 40, 50 years ago, and she's still using it. And that's the cool thing, is she's still using it. So take advantage of being able to look around and get that set that's going to last you the next 50, 60 years of your marriage. The other thing that's going to be very personal is the knives. Same thing with the knives. You take care of a good knife, it will take care of you. And you won't have to worry about having to replace knives 5, 6 years in the future. If you keep it sharp, it'll stay safe, and you'll have that knife till your kids go to university. And then you might decide either your knives are still wonderful or be able to upgrade 25 years from now. Those are two of my two favorite things to put on the registry right away. The next one is the mixer. Aunt Sally has probably already decided she's getting you the mixer, but she has no idea which one and she has no idea what color. Most families that I've worked with, there's someone in that family that wants to get someone a mixer. So the whole idea of the registry, make things a lot easier to be able to choose that color and that style. Do you have any hobbies in the kitchen? So here's where things like, right now the big trend is in bread baking, or a lot of people are into cake decorating. Now's the time to indulge those hobbies, because a lot of the people that are giving you some gifts might be benefiting from those kitchen hobbies at one point. So if you have a hobby of cake decorating or bread baking or grilling or something like that, put those things on there. Another important thing would be wine glasses. It sounds, it's just, a lot of people think it's just a glass, but the right glass can really enhance the whole wine enjoying experience. The right tool for the right job, the right glass for the right wine. So come and speak with us. We'll ask some questions, we'll figure things out, and we'll set you up.
Perfect. Is there a small appliance in the kitchen that you can't live without, Joel, and why?
Do I have to have just one?
Oh, well, you're the foodie guy, so if you need to tell us more, please do.
Because there's two that it would be absolutely that I love to use almost on a daily basis. And the first is my mixer. I have a really strong, powerful KitchenAid mixer, 1.3 horsepower, because I love to bake bread. And when it comes to the kneaded breads, the straight doughs, I need to have my mixer around. And if that thing ever goes down, I'll be either trying to get it fixed the same day or picking up a second one. The second thing that I've been using a lot in the last few years is my electric pressure cooker. Because I'm a guy.
Mhm.
I don't have much patience. When I want something, I want it now. So if I'm thinking that I want beef stew, I don't want beef stew tomorrow. I want to do it right now. So it allows me that ability to do long cooks quickly and efficiently and easily.
Joel, you brought up two things I want to add. Number one is Joel has brought up the KitchenAid mixer a number of times, and Williams Food Equipment is our sponsor for our grand prize, which all couples who registered, whether they're in on workshops this week or not, names will be put into that draw on Saturday, and someone's going to win the beautiful Sky Aqua KitchenAid mixer that we've been advertising on our websites and on social media. So that's going to be, I know it's a much wanted prize to win, and someone's going to win that this week. And when you said the pressure cooker, I want to mention that Williams Food Equipment has been a great supporter of the Run for Rocky Legacy Project over the years. With that being said, you had a week where a certain percentage of sales went to the Run for Rocky Legacy Project a few years back. And we came in to support that week, and we weren't sure what we wanted. And you talked us into a pressure cooker, and we use it all the time. When we cook chicken soup in it, you can smell the smell of chicken broth within minutes in the house. It's amazing. What are some of the newest food trends you are seeing right now? And are there complementary items that couples can register for in order to make it easier to make these food trends?
Right now, in the past year, making bread has just gone through the roof. And the most popular breads are the no-knead breads and the sourdough breads. Cast iron. cast iron Dutch ovens, your ubiquitous 5.3 sized enameled Dutch oven is the perfect piece to do those sourdough breads, those long ferment breads, those no knead breads. The other things that are getting really popular right now are things that require more hands-on. The making of the stews, of the soups, of the hearty dishes, of those comfort foods. And again, the cast iron, the Le Creuset, is a very good choice to do stuff like that.
Coffee is huge in most of our daily lives, Joel. What are some of the best coffee making accessories that you would suggest that a couple should include on their gift registry?
Huge or essential? Coffee is just,
I think huge
it's there,
essential, yeah.
especially for those that have to speak with me. It depends on what type of coffee you like to drink. So if you're looking to do a great espresso, we have the stovetop espresso machines, but then we also have the really great automatic machines and the super automatic machines. We have everything for every budget, everything for every need. But there's also the pour over coffees and the French press coffees and the drip coffees and the pressurized espresso coffees. Whatever you like to drink, enjoy it and come and find what tickles your fancy. If you're into French press, the S Pro is, in my opinion, the crispest and cleanest because it's a double filtered French press coffee. Absolutely wonderful product there. The Philips, the Seikos, the Juras for the automatic and the super automatic espresso machines, bun machines for the drip. We've got everything.
So you just named a whole bunch of coffee makers. You have a large array of coffee makers. You really have a large array of knives. You have a large array of wine glasses, right? You're not going to walk into the store and there's just going to be a couple brands of each of these categories.
No, we want to make sure that everyone has the proper selection because, again, the right tool for the right person.
Okay. I'm going to open up the chat. I have two more questions I'm going to ask you, Joel, and then we're going to open it up to the audience questions tonight. So with the Food Network being a channel that most of us like to watch, and we think now we're all foodies, can you tell us what your go-to recipe is that's simple and quick, but guest-worthy to serve?
So if I'm looking for something that's going to be quick, I'm probably going to do something along the lines of a chicken scallopini. So maybe a chicken piccata or a chicken marsala or a chicken with a mushroom cream sauce. Pair that with a quick pasta, dinner's ready in about 25 minutes. If I have a little bit more time, then I'm going to have fun. And then I'm going to do seasonal and local. And I'm just going to stop at a farmer's stand or a local shop, get whatever is fresh and just calling to me, and then build a dish around that prize piece. So right now it's the root vegetables and those hearty winter dishes, chicken and dumplings and beef stews. But coming up in the spring, it'll be all those nice, beautiful veg from the county.
With that being said, I mentioned about the blog. Do you put a new recipe up? Is it every single day on the blog or how many days a week?
I think it's once or twice a week.
Once or twice.
Different
I
things
know
come up,
I've
yeah.
gotten some great recipes off, and a lot of them are simple and ingredients you have in your cupboard. What is the great, what great new adventures or in-stock items can you expect to find in Williams in 2021? So is there anything that's just really new and different that we haven't seen as far as cooking tools? I can tell you I bought the can opener as a gift for my mother, and she's told me it's the best present that she's ever gotten from anyone. And it opens a lid.
Oh, the jar keys.
Yeah, it looks like a can, like a cap opener for a beer bottle, but it's plastic. I think it costs what, $6?
$6.99. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just opens like a lid of pasta, like you're opening up a beer bottle. So that's something I would suggest everyone puts on their gift registry. It's the most amazing tool we have in the house. Now that my mother told me it was the best gift she's ever gotten in her lifetime, I bought myself one.
I'm glad. Things that are coming up, there's different, we have the Arc carbonator, the Arc 3 that has just come out, and that's a really sharp water carbonator for the home bar or for the kitchen. It has presence to it. They're metal bodied water carbonators. Philips will be having a few new espresso machines coming out. And right now, this is the time of year when our different suppliers are starting to bring out their new items. So stay posted.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to go to the questions. And Adriana, I'm going to answer this question. What store do you recommend to start a gift registry? You might not have been on the beginning of the workshop, but Williams Food Equipment is a store, local store here in Windsor. A lot of people might have the misconception that you only supply restaurants, Joel, because that's the way the company started.
Mhm.
So Williams Food Equipment is a store that everyone can walk into and shop for kitchen stuff and do your gift registry. So Adriana, do yourself a favor. As soon as stores open again, make sure you go to Williams Food Equipment and check it out, and check them out online after I send out the contact information tonight. Next question is from Kevin. What knife set do you recommend?
And that depends really on the individual, but if you're looking for a German set, I would recommend the Wursthof Classic. And if we're looking for something Japanese, something that's a little bit quicker, a little bit finer, but a little bit more brittle, I'd be probably going towards the Shun, maybe the Shun Classic or the Shun Premier.
I like this question because I think we all have things we don't use. What are some small appliances couple register for that you don't think are necessary?
Oh, that I'm not exactly sure. But think about how you're going to use things and how often you're going to use things. If you're not going to use something more than 4 or 5 times a year, think about it a little bit more. But if it's something that you might use 2 or 3 times a year, but it'll give you a lot of joy to use, go for it. So if you're going to use an egg boiler, an electric egg boiler, only 2, 3 times a year, I'd consider that one. But if you're going to use it weekly, go for it.
And you probably should think about the size of your kitchen and the amount of storage you have too, and counter space.
Yes.
Do you carry knife sets with meat scissors that are higher brand than your standard sets you get in a general retail store?
Most knife sets will carry a kitchen shear, not a poultry shear. So if you're looking for a good quality poultry shear, I would look at the poultry shears as open stock and get that separately from a knife set.
And do you carry one that's a little better than what most people would find in just a standard store?
No, I carry many
You
that are
carry,
better
that's
than
what I
other
was
stores.
gonna say.
Yes.
I know, yeah. Yeah. And once again, our guests should keep in mind that you started as a store for chefs in the city and only supplied chefs. And really now we have access as consumers to all those products that chefs are using in their restaurants when Williams opened up to the public.
And actually now we have even more selection than we did 15, 20 years ago as well.
What KitchenAid stand mixer would you recommend for using all the attachments?
All the attachments can be used on all of the KitchenAid mixers, but the stronger the mixer, the more efficient the attachments will be. So if you're going to be doing a lot of meat grinding or a lot of pasta making, look at one of the stronger mixers, maybe something with 575 watts or 1.3 horsepower.
Okay. Does the registry work so people from the States can purchase registered items?
Unfortunately, the registry is only for Canadian, for within Canada.
Okay, so could someone from the States buy something and have it shipped to Canada, or no? They can't use
That
it?
I would have to look into. I'm not
Okay,
exactly sure myself.
so what we'll do is, that's a question, let's see, who, Jalandra asked that. So Jalandra, maybe you can email that question to me, and I'll remind Joel and Reed at Williams tomorrow to see if someone could buy from the States but have it shipped to your home.
Yeah, I can have an answer tomorrow.
Okay. How many items do you recommend for a registry?
Many more than you think you need. The registry is not about give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. It's about helping your customers shop. I have so many registrants that are timid and shy about asking for so many things. No one sees it that way when they're shopping the registry. But the more that there's on there, the more options there are for your guests and the easier it is. The idea of a registry is to take the stress away from buying gifts for weddings.
I have a niece that registered with you when she got married, and her husband's a real foodie, and they put things on their registry that they thought no one would buy. A few of them were expensive, but a few people that went to the wedding did get together as a group and buy a few of these items
Hmm.
that Stefan thought for sure he would not get. And he was in tears, literally in tears when he got them. He was so grateful because he thought they were a few things that he would never in his lifetime really owned. And he's using them in the kitchen all the time now. So do you offer curbside pickup?
Yes. So if you're looking to place a curbside order, just give us a call. Let us know what the items are. We'll type it up. We'll get a credit card payment and we'll have it ready for you at the door.
Okay. We have about 4 more questions to get through, and I want to get through them because the gift registry, like I say, it's a large purchase when you add everything up, and
Mhm.
and lifetime items that these couples, these engaged couples are going to have. When is the best time to start making your registry? How long before the wedding shower? And how long does the process take when you come in to do it?
The length of the process is determined on how long you want to spend roaming about. And it doesn't have to be done all in one shot either. The same registry, if you start a registry here in store, that can be added to online. If you start a registry on the website, that can be added on in the store. We'll definitely help you out. If you want to roam the store for 30 minutes, that's fine. If you want to roam the store for an hour and a half, that's good too.
Joel, someone's asking, what's the name of the $6.99 food opener?
And that's the jar key.
The jar key.
The jar key.
Honestly, I'm telling you right now, you're all gonna thank me. It's the best tool.
For every pickle jar, mayonnaise jar, everything.
It's amazing. And finally, do you sharpen knives on site, and what is the cost?
When we're not under restrictions, we do sharpen knives here. It's only $2.50 per knife. And that's regardless of the length. And it's all
Wonderful.
done while you wait.
Wow, we got through a lot tonight, Joel.
I'm
Thank
glad.
you. Thank you, everyone. We're going to